goodness. Like, Bay Squad. I'm not even done with my Rap Girlies video. I'm going to have to do that later. But, baby, let me tell you something. The children have been left because the fighting, the girls are really fighting. Remember how I came to y'all after the election and said the Democratic Party had in-house fighting? Now we have all this breaking news. Remember Mitch McConnell blocked the recess just for that tweet to be deleted. The New York Times, the lady who is a journalist up there, all of a sudden was being harassed. Baby, so much is going on with this political party, with the House and the Senate. They are at Congress right now as I speak, fighting. Fighting, okay? The girls are fighting. Listen, we're going to get into the tea. I'm going to do an upload on that because it is what it is. But this, we got to talk about, because this actually affects some of you. They are literally grilling FEMA. They got FEMA down there right now. And some of y'all are like, F FEMA. Baby, you need that. It's amazing they want to get rid of it now when they didn't help out Hurricane Katrina. But now that we got those crooks in prison, it's amazing. Hold on. Let me create a post. We are live. We are live. Please like this video. Like this video now. Don't like it later. Share this out. Subscribe to the channel. Because, baby, the children have been left. The children have been left. Now, again, I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it. I'm not buying it. I'm not subscribing to none of it. But we are going to talk about it. I told y'all, this election is going to have me paid until the end of time. Because right now, we have only just begun. The circus has started. Okay. The circus has started. Starting with FEMA chief says she will ask for an independent probe into orders to bypass Trump supporters. That's because FEMA got called out. That black lady is ready to wake it up. See, I knew when they were out here lying on that woman, because some of the Trump supporters bought into the propaganda, it was going to be like this. I knew it was going to be like this. While you got these people up there lying, bringing reports from Elon Musk as proof as to what the American government is doing, it's beyond insane. Y'all don't understand that. I thought y'all said y'all cared about immigrants taking your job. I guess not. I guess y'all said it's only Elon Musk. Is Elon not an immigrant? Is he not a South African man? I don't need to name Kamala Harris policies. We're talking about Donald Trump and the circus that's going on right now. Hence why I named this hashtag FAFO in full effect. The girls are fighting on the Congress room floor. Where is Candy Girl? Where is Joe Rogan? Where are the conspiracy theorists? Do they not want to discuss all the Me Too going on? Why do they want to talk about Diddy when this is going? Matt Gaetz was exposed. Shout out to the hacker. Shout out to the hacker. See, I love when the American people get to do it. I don't even know if it was an American. These might be the criminals Donald Trump was talking about. I'm all for what Donald Trump is doing because as long as he's doing it, I will get paid. Shout out to the money. Why are y'all upset? Why are y'all mad? I want him to employ the military under an emergency order and get the deporting. Get these criminals up out of here. I love that we are taking orders from an immigrant South African man. I love it. I love it. Okay. I love that our Department of Defense is a man with minimal qualifications and allegations. I love it. I love that Major Marjorie Taylor Greene, bad Bill Butch body. I love that she said she would expose all the Republicans. You can't make this up. This is better than any show on television right now. I love it. 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 And for that, I say thank you. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Brother, check up. Brother, check up. And brother, check up. Thank you. 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 Thank you for joining the membership, Feminine. Thank you. Let me ask this. Baby, because who would have thought? They said there was party favors, there was apple juice, there was underage minors. I know y'all don't care about the minors. I already know y'all don't care about the minors. Y'all don't care about the kids. Y'all don't give a damn. Okay? Y'all don't care. First things first. Hey, who said that? Hey, Feminine Melanin. Hey, the Divine One. Ignore the trolls. The trolls are just here because they want to be, hey, DC. Hey, Lady Mahogany. What's going on? Okay, so let's get into the topic of business. Matt Gaetz was exposed this morning. It was breaking news everywhere. The testimony was everywhere. And guess who had a problem? Don't worry. Don't worry. Hold on. Help is on the way. So Marjorie Taylor Greene urges the House to release full SA and SH, Me Too, claims against Republicans after Matt Gaetz' report was released, including the one I filed. Don't you love it when the in-house starts to... Baby, anything built on a shaky foundation will always crumble. I love it. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has voiced her support for public transparency regarding the House Ethics Committee findings on former Representative Matt Gaetz. Georgia, this is your problem. This is your problem, Georgia. The Georgia Congresswoman took to social media platform X on Tuesday, today, advocating for the release of all committee reports, including those involving allegations of SM and SH, Me Too. Greene's comments came as she backed Donald Trump's suggestion to appoint Gaetz as Attorney General. Gaetz, however, has been a subject of serious allegations, including claims that he engaged in sexual activities with a minor at a 2017 party and was involved in trafficking the underage girl. A recent report alleges that Gaetz also paid women for sexual services as disclosed by an attorney who represents them before the Ethics Committee. The investigation into Gaetz has raised concerns about his recent resignation from Congress, with some speculation it was an attempt to prevent the committee's findings from being made public. In her post, Green urged for a broader transparency, calling for the release of additional materials, including the so-called Jeffrey Epstein files and related recordings. Listen, shout out to this patriot. Let's go. You know what? The Trump administration is doing the work. They are getting to it. Shout out to the Georgia politician. Expose them all. Expose them all. I am ready. I am ready. Okay? Nobody should be getting timed out. Just delete their messages. Nobody should be getting timed out. Just delete their messages. When we do it normal, you already know. Delete their messages. Don't time them out because they're trolls. They want to engage. Don't feed the trolls. We had this conversation before, Bay Squad. We got to focus on the conversation point because this is important. This right here is important. So, like I said, I stand with the president. I stand with his choices and his picks. And in the words of Mr. Mullen, he said America chose these people when they appointed Donald Trump. And he's for it. He said he don't need to see nothing. He don't need to hear nothing. He's just going to let them in. He said it doesn't matter if they don't have experience. Let me see if I can find Mullen's remarkable words he said on CNN today. What a king. What a patriot. I love it. I love it. Y'all should be excited. Just like I'm excited that... Who else was hired, honey? Donald Trump selects former WWE CEO Linda McMahon as Education Secretary. Yes. Yes. We're talking about Vince McMahon's wife. President-elect Donald Trump has announced Linda McMahon as his choice for Secretary of Education. McMahon is a former wrestling executive of WWE. She went on to retire in 2009 and previously served as the head of small business admin during Trump's first term from 2017 to 2019. Look at God blessing her with the resources. Shout out to all the women, okay, who stand by their men. She's a good woman, Savannah. McMahon's appointment makes a great shift, bringing her experience in business and government leadership to the front of the administration education agenda. We love that. She has also maintained a close relationship with Trump as the chair on the board for America First Policy Institute. I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know what that is. I need to see what America First is. I got to see that. The conservative lead think tank founded by Trump aides in 2021 was used to promote GOP priorities. Before her political career under Trump, Linda McMahon co-founded World Wrestling Entertainment with her husband Vince McMahon, who also has alligators as well. Last month, both were named in a lawsuit alleging WWE leadership enabled systematic and persuasive abuse of underage children. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this is amazing. I think this is beautiful. I do. I think this is what we need. I think this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what we as the people need. We need people like this in these positions of power. Yes, yes. Because in the words of Mullen, we the people voted for this. So to all the women, because I saw the women. I saw the women who was crying in that beautiful documentary, talking about how they were operating and how she knew everything. Baby, God bless a woman who can hold the secrets. To an alleged trifling man. Y'all are not going to... Let's hear what some of the people got to say. Let me turn my sound up. Let me play this for you.
Every appointment Trump makes, but holy shit, Matt Gaetz for Attorney General I did not have on my bingo card. Hey, Save the Children folks, where are you at? Shall I remind you about the allegations around Matt Gaetz, that he paid an underage, if not multiple underage girls for sexual acts, and even took them across state lines, which is what made it federal? And the DOJ said it won't charge Matt Gaetz in sex trafficking probe as lawyer for minor calls investigation difficult experience. And they decided not that he was cleared, just they kind of dropped it. As his good buddy, Joel Greenberg, or his bestie, pled guilty and got 11 years in prison. Oh, but then March of this year, Gaetz subpoenaed by woman he allegedly had sex with when she was a minor in defamation suit brought by a friend. He could be asked under oath about the allegations involving a minor. What did that lead to? September 20th of this year, like just a minute ago, new court filings point to Matt Gaetz allegedly attending drug-fueled party with 17-year-old girl. Like, allegedly came with this girl to this party where she was basically set out to perform sex acts on whoever wanted. 17 years old. This guy, Mr. Soon-to-be Attorney General. The one who, when Olivia from this app posted something about him, he started beefing with her and body shaming her. 19-year-old girl. She turned it into a fundraiser for abortion care and rubbed it in his face. That guy who couldn't handle the comments of a 19-year-old girl going to be the Attorney General. Now he still has to be confirmed, and lawmakers expressed doubts that Gaetz can be confirmed, calling this a reckless pick. But I mean, we're on the darkest timeline here, so I put nothing past it. They got Brett Kavanaugh in like it was nothing. I feel like this is a walk in the park. 2025 is just going to be grand. Every appointment.
Okay, so here's this one about the schools, because I told y'all don't care about the schools. F the kids. F the kids. F the children. Vasectomies are up 2,000%. Up 2,000%. Shout out to Project 2025. Yeah, to the men who are crying about child support. Did you even read it? Did you read it? No. No. I am here for the games. Let's get into it.
Education system. My name's Colleen. I'm a Catholic school educator, and I am worried for our public school students. Forcing a national religion on the United States is not something I support. I don't want you to take my word for it, person. I want you to get out there and I want you to research for yourself. I have read the education chapters on America First, and here is how I see the dots connecting. President Trump has made it very clear that, one, not enough African American students have IEPs, that we should be looking at getting our African American students more IEPs. I want you to keep that in your mind as I continue. Our president-elect has said on his campaign trail, and many times since then, is also in the America First, aka Project 25, that any school that does not follow his education plan will no longer receive funding. What is the new education plan? It is Bibles like he endorses, the God Bless America Bible in schools, as well as a new history that has to be taught based on how this man views history. Any history that goes against America was always right and we made absolutely no mistakes will not be allowed to be taught. Correction, it can be taught, but your school will not receive any funds. Where I'm sitting connecting the dots, this man wants charter schools and he wants private schools. It's in his plan. I believe any public school that adopts his plan, those schools then will come in and become a charter school. Students that have high needs, students with IEPs, students with high needs do not have to be accepted into private or charter schools. Do not have to take you. So what I believe is going to happen is our public school system is going to have English learners, any student with an IEP, as well as any family that says absolutely not. We will not do this. That then becomes our public school system, and it becomes a public school system with no funding. So your families of public schools are then going to be faced to decide how are they going to make up that 14% budget that is being taken away. They have two choices. They either just can run their school on the budget that they have, and jobs will be lost, programming will be lost, supplies will be lost. It will be harder now for a public school to run than it has ever been, or the parents and the community around that school are going to rally and they're going to agree to raise their property taxes to make up for the funds. This right here will create the new poverty line. One who does not follow his religion, his view of history, his mindset will be starved out. And within those charter schools that he will send his friends to buy up, he will make money not only off the Bibles that he's selling those schools, but he'll make money off the schools as well. He will create thinkers that think exactly like him. Exactly like him. And if you do not think like him, you will be starved out. He will send you no money, no rescue, nothing. And I am terrified for those students over the next 4 years. So if you want to know my stance, I do not agree with America First education plan at all, in the least. Find your own evidence, can come to your own conclusion. Here's mine. This man is going to ruin the...
All right, so look, it's crazy. There's so much going on. Like I said, vasectomies are up 2,000%. I'm looking for the video right now of Mullen. Let me Google it, because Google finds everything. Let me use my boss for Mullen on CNN. Is this the one? I think this is. Is it playing?
We have cassava salad, bambara corn.
Of course, we gotta let the ads play. Shout out to CNN.
Republican Senator Mark Mullen from Oklahoma. Thank you so much for being here, sir. So you serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Some of your colleagues were caught by surprise by the announcement of I think he's Major Gaetz. I mean, he was a retired major in the Army. Obviously, a decorated veteran. But running the Pentagon, that's 2 or 3 million people. What do you think?
Well, I think about it. What is the Defense Secretary's position? The Secretary of Defense is supposed to be a civilian position, right?
Yes.
He fits that bill. He also has 2 Bronze Stars and served 20 years in the military. He also has a military experience. The whole point of the Secretary of Defense is to bring it.
I need y'all to look up the Secretary of Defense and then come back to this. Okay?
A different perspective to the Pentagon. Remember, in the Army or any of those branches, it's all about understanding the command structure. So there's no way a 1-star is going to question a 4-star, and there's no way a colonel is ever going to be questioning a 1-star, nor will a sergeant major question a major. So the civilian role is a pivotal point to bring in that common sense sometimes outside of the chain of command and say, hey, what are we looking at? And I think he fits that.
Well, he's certainly a civilian, and certainly obviously
with military experience.
And obviously he served honorably. What do you make of the criticisms that he doesn't have the experience in terms of running a 2 or 3 million person operation, and also, he's pretty he has strong views that might alienate some of the people under him in terms of like 1/3 of the generals or 1/3 of the senior office holders are I forget the exact words he used, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he criticizing them. Women shouldn't be in combat, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, when you start looking at what condition our branches of the military is in right now, it's...
Mind you, they questioned him because he was National Guard. They don't question the fact that he's a major. They question the fact that he is a National Guard Secretary of Defense. That's what they're questioning. And it's the people in positions of power. It's people who have served, who have been for the Republicans. They are the ones speaking out. Hence why we're talking about this right now. The in-house fighting just began. They are calling it out on the line. They're like, look, this man has an alleged SA allegation. It's not a good look, but you know, we don't care about victims. We don't care about the children. We don't care about victims, and we for damn sure don't care about you crybaby child support paying men, because there's an app where you got to show proof that you're doing all these things y'all say y'all doing. The men who are doing it will not suffer. You other ones, ooh. Now the women have to give the father's name to even get any type of support. This is amazing. This is amazing. We're finally going to see who's related to who. All those outside babies coming after these billion-dollar tycoons. I love it. Shout out to America. America. And I told y'all about this. All those, we're going overseas to have, where it's easier, the women are easier to deal with. Baby, they just started doing DNA testing in Asia. Oh, it's going to get good. Get your money, ladies.
They're in dismal position. We have low numbers in the Air Force. We have low numbers in the Marines. We have low numbers in the Navy. We have low numbers in the Space Force. We have low numbers in the Army. And so something's going on wrong. It can't be going great. And when in any type of big organization, when the top is responsible for what's happening below them, and if the top's not getting it right, then yeah, it's time for them to go. And I think that's a perspective that we need to bring in. So I'm not concerned about his ability not to ever run a large corporation. That isn't the requirement. Mm-hmm. That is never the requirement. The requirement is that...
Y'all heard that? That's not the requirement. So put in your applications. I'm about to go apply for the Surgeon General position because I won a science fair project on medical science back in the 8th grade, the 12th grade, and I did one that was really looked at and revered in my collegiate years. So I'm going to go apply because you don't need experience. He just said it. Your mama's too ghetto. Now look at us. We're both rude.
That President Trump gets to nominate the individual and the Senate gets to confirm them. And I trust President Trump's decision in this one. I feel like he's a good pick that'll bring a perspective to the Army or to the military or to the Pentagon without being necessarily politically correct. Political correctness is what's killed this country right now. People just want to tell me the way it is. Tell me what the facts are, and let's move forward. And you're not going to agree with every decision he makes. You're not going to agree with every decision you or I make. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like he's going to come at it from a perspective. And keep in mind, he did serve this country. He does have a love for this country. He has respect for the service too of the men and women that's in uniform. He just brings a unique perspective that may be different than you and I. But I'm actually excited about the pick.
I want to note that you were publicly supporting Senator John Thune of South Dakota, the Republican leader, and he won that election. What do you think that means, and how concerned are you about? I mean, there's a lot of questions right now about, is the U.S. Senate under Republican control going to stand up for the advice and consent role of the U.S. Senate, or is it kind of bend and go along with whatever the president wants? Tell us about that debate.
We're going to work very closely with the president. President Trump won a resounding election November 5th, and the American people won a different direction. That's why he won the popular
Listen.
vote by close. almost 5 million, and last time I checked, 312 electoral votes. That hasn't happened in quite some time. And the idea that we're not going to work with the president never crossed my mind. So the Senate and the House has got to work closely with the president. The American people gave us that mandate. At the same time, we feel very confident on the direction that Thune and President Trump is going to lead us. President Trump and John Thune has worked really hard at building their relationship. There were some questions about that relationship, like he's Mitch McConnell 2.0. I can tell you there's a different type of leadership through John Thune. I consider him a friend. I consider President Trump a friend. And I'm excited about them working together and leading the American America in the right direction. I think that the American people are going to see a unified government working for the people again. And I'm very excited to be part of it.
Is the Senate going to confirm Matt Gaetz to be Attorney General, or do you think there's going to be just recess appointments?
The recess is.
Listen, this is Oklahoma Senator speaking on behalf of the Republicans.
A little more difficult than that. Keep in mind, the way the recess works, President Obama tried to do this in 2014, and the court struck it down. So to just go through the process, first of all, both chambers have to recess for 10 days. The minority party, which in this case is the Democrats, does have a lot of leverage to pull to keep us open at the same time. During that recess appointments, during that 10 days, they're temporary appointments. They only last until the next Congress begins, or a maximum 2 years. So it's not ideal. The ideal way is for us to move forward. But if that's the last resort, we will absolutely do it. If Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate want to keep us from making any of these appointments, we are going to do our best to do whatever we have to do to get the cabinet in a position and get the appointments in a position so President Trump can go to work on day one. So we will do whatever it takes, but that's the last
resort. Are you going to vote for Matt Gaetz?
You know, Matt Gaetz and I, there's no question that we've had our differences. They've been very public about it. I completely trust President Trump's decision-making on this one. But at the same time, he's got to come to Congress and sell himself. There's a lot of, or to the Senate and sell himself. There's a lot of questions that are going to be out there. He's got to answer those questions. And hopefully he's able to answer the questions right. And if he can, then we'll go through the confirmation process.
Senator Mark Wayne Mullen from the great state of Oklahoma. Good to see you, sir. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Look, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. He didn't want to give a straight up answer. They don't want him in. A lot of the Republicans cannot stand Matt Gaetz. And I'm here for the in-house fighting. I love it. As long as Marjorie Taylor Greene is out here ready to expose the Epstein files, all the paid off SA cases. I mean, did she take payment? I want to see it. Why are we against it? I want to see it. I want to see how transparent she can really be. Yeah. Expose your brethren and your sisters. I knew it would always come to this. I knew it. I knew it. Shout out to her. She's a queen. Look at the queen. Look at the queen. Georgia. Yeah. Yeah. It gets the people going. And when they asked Donald Trump earlier today, will he choose another attorney general? Guess what he said? He said no. He said, I'm not changing. And for that, I say thank you. Oh, let's talk about Dr. Phil, my favorite therapist. Dr. Phil. Is he going to get a job? I saw Dr. Oz got a job. Shout out to Dr. Oz. So team is concerned after Dr. Phil has showed his support of Donald Trump. His ratings have tanked, including his reruns. You don't say. His show has seen a significant decline in viewership, leading to concerns about low ratings as the show prepares to end after 21 seasons. My. Hey, Larja. Hey, Bobby. 45's cabinet reminds me of the ones who flew over the cuckoo's nest or the insane asylum when the criminally insane take over the facility. Ooh. Ooh. Listen, mainstream media, I say this with love. I can never hate on mainstream media, but they did not do their job. Instead of them reporting the facts, they decide to be sensational. They decided to use misinformation. Marjorie Taylor Greene said today that misinformation is not her concern. She doesn't care. This is a woman who is from Georgia. But that's why I put Child Left Behind as the picture for this video, because a lot of y'all were left. A lot of y'all lack comprehension skills. A lot of y'all can barely read past a 5th grade education level. A lot of y'all are in these poor states that need these resources. I saw the video where this woman said why she turned down FEMA. Embarrassing. Mind you, she's somebody's grandmama. That's the only reason why I did not put her on display. Because I don't have time or the patience. A lot of y'all are dumb. I'm just going to say it. A lot of y'all have the Affordable Care Act as insurance, and you said, I don't want that Obamacare. Dumb. I told y'all before. I'm okay. I have private insurance. I'm not tripping. The people who I insure with said they only want people who can afford to pay for the insurance to be on there. I said, you know what? I'm covered. Not only am I covered, I'm covered under my parents. And I have premium insurance. I'm just saying. A lot of y'all voted in your worst interest, not your best. Your worst. Some of y'all have children who go to school, not just private school, a Christian academy, a Jack and Jill, one of these, junior leagues, governor society type things. Your kids go to public school. They have a public education. A lot of y'all voted for you to take them to work. Some of y'all can't even afford childcare. And y'all said y'all do not want pre-K. If the pandemic didn't teach me anything, a lot of y'all are dumb. I saw people crying because they didn't know how to help their children with their homework. The children have been left. I asked my cousin, not my cousin, she's my sister. I said, hey, can you call Auntie and see if she could put in a request for me to do a sit down with George W. Bush Jr.? Or we could do it live. I will give him the questions. He can respond however he wants, because I really want to sit down with the man who made sure this plan came into place. They're banning books. We saw the Amish come out in droves on their horse and buggy to vote. They don't care about the children. You know how I know the Amish don't care about the children? Because That's who runs Vegas. Shout out to when we did our meet and greet. I learned so much about Nevada, aka Vegas. Y'all thought it was the mob? No, it's the Amish. They don't care if them children get an education or not because they need to be out there on the farm making butter from scratch. I love it. I don't have children. I don't have children, but you know what I saw? There's a decline in a lot of European countries. The decline is going do. Yeah. The more you know. See, that was my generation. I am a reading rainbow kid. Remember what was it NBC? They used to do the more you know, or was that NBC? Who did that? Who did that commercial? You have senators who are mad at Bill Gates' ex-wife, and she doubled her support into these agencies for women to go to the chop shop, for disproportionate minorities. I need to go have a sit down with Miss former Bezos. Go see Miss Thing Thing, because you know she used to work in the school. She has an education. You see why reading is fundamental? Have you noticed when these red pillars are out here telling you not to get an education, it's not important, but if you go look at the wives of these men, their women have an education? I mean, Mark Zuckerberg just did a beautiful testimony of his love to his wife, who actually was in MIT with him. He actually said she's smarter than him. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Y'all didn't even know what tariffs were, and a lot of our goods come from Mexico. Viva la Mexico! Yeah. The jokes write themselves. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. See, some of y'all never lived outside the country, and it shows. I know what it's like to get this for 99 cents in America, but over there in, I don't know, Asia, it's going to be $6.99 plus their tax. For this. For these. For these. Y'all voted for Amazon to replace the USPS. The jokes write themselves. The jokes write themselves. I love it. I love it. Y'all voted to be, y'all be like, I don't want to be spied on. Oh, baby, it's about to be increasing. The spying is about to increase. Y'all don't even know what's about to come. Exactly, CW. You better get out there and go look at some of those sanctions, those bills. You know, y'all are such good readers. And it's crazy because the lawyers, because a lot of these CNNs, Fox News, MSNBC, ABC, PBS, a lot of them are not journalists. A lot of them are lawyers. A lot of them are lawyers. They rather spin the gender wars, white versus black, you know, this is not about racism or misogyny. This is about the working class being tired. So we vote for more taxes? I told y'all I did taxes this year. Yeah, I did taxes this year. Excuse me for wiping my nose. And I told y'all who was getting hit over the head. Y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all don't never want to listen because you believe somebody that filed bankruptcy, somebody who's a Natural liar and a cheater. Naturally. I don't have a problem with that. Vote in who you want to vote in, but you can't tell me it's because you were being a good Christian. Which Christian did you vote in? You can't tell me you care about the children and you vote in the people who was out here, threw the families some money and told them to shut up. The first lady to be says she don't even want to be at the White House. So now our taxpayer dollars got to protect her wherever she's at. Talking about make America great. Oh, the jokes write themselves. But I keep telling people, it is what it is. Nobody believes the stats until the stats become reality. I didn't know in a lot of European countries, the population has significantly declined. Russia, they're at the top. Not just America. The girls are saying no all over the world. They're like, I don't care if there's a wedding. There's no womb. They hate that too. They hate that too. That's why you have these random women doing these insane conversations and talking points, talking about people with no kids. Why do you hate us? Hate? I could never hate somebody that's out here with some little child. I showed this weekend me out with my coworker's baby. And the baby, when she was ready to go, guess what? It was time to go. I said, oh, hell no. Nothing about that speaks to me. Y'all don't even talk about y'all children lovingly. And I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, I want to be pregnant. And y'all keep talking about the chop shop. Baby, the biggest proponent of the chop shop is Becky, Karen, Jessica, Autumn, Summer. And they be the ones out here with the ring. Put it on a make 'em wanna marry me. Put it on make 'em wanna marry me. Put it on a make 'em wanna marry me. And y'all was crying about child support. Oh my God, y'all don't even know what's about to come. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Mass deportation on day one. Yes, they were. They were working on replacing the SNAP card with boxes of food. Yes, they were. Guess who benefits from that? The white community. Y'all are the largest population on it. I get it. Ronald Reagan said welfare queen, and y'all ran with it. But it's y'all grannies, aunties, and cousins. Pray for them. But you know what? I said it before. I think I said it in one of the lives that's in the membership live. I said, we are gearing up to see people sell off their kids. Mark my words. I hate to be that person. I can't pay for gas. I can't pay for food. What you think they gonna do? Y'all remember them TikTok stories about grandma? How did you and grandpa meet? Oh, when I was 12 years old and he was 30. Oh, that's about to start again. Yeah. Yeah, pay attention. That's about to get slipped through the loopholes. Yeah. Yeah. See, to the white women who voted in the interest of their white men, shout out to you. Y'all are going to be the ones on so many prescription drugs by the time we get through with this. I can't wait because you know what? We haven't had a real crisis. Y'all at these centers getting this free help, they're about to put y'all in prison. They're about to put y'all in prison. They want to close down the centers that help you wean off the drugs to be a law-producing and abiding citizen so that way you could do God knows what. I love it. I don't do drugs. No. I remember when they used to come to school and crack the egg, that video, they cracked the egg and show you. I've been traumatized ever since. I was like, what? I told y'all, we had real dope fiends come to the what do you do as an adult day. The fact that my dad signed off on that is crazy. But you know what? We need to see it. And I was traumatized. I was like, we used to take field trips to level 3 facilities. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. What y'all about to learn? Y'all about to learn. Some of y'all gonna have to get out here and get it. Yep, prescription drugs. Project 2025 said that's about to go. They have to go to their prayer closet. You know it, Angola. How on a real plantation. Baby, I ain't never had to look. I know my history. Some of y'all don't know y'all history. I've seen it. I've seen it in full effect. This is why are people in here? You ain't never gonna worry about me. They used to be like, we need y'all to see. I was like, we're going on a field trip. Yeah. Look, I'm very well traveled. Some of y'all have not seen real hardship and you want to see it in real time. I don't know why. I've seen they still got real concentration camps up just so people can know. So they can know their history. Down in. Y'all ain't seen shit. But that's okay because we got Elon Musk, a man who participated in apartheid. Yeah. Yeah. Did those nice black men, did they get a cabinet position yet? You know, I don't want to laugh at them. I don't laugh at people's misfortune. Did they get a cabinet position yet? You know, the ones whose head was rubbed like the help at the rally. I said, who was swinging and banging on the TV? Did they get a position? Is Candy Girl going to talk about this or is she going to stay cute and mute? She want to talk about Beyonce. Is she not seeing her party fighting? I love it. I love it. Shout out to Donald Trump. He's doing the work. And because of him, I'm going to get paid even more. I love it. I love it. Shout out to him. Every day I have been entertained. Have y'all? Shout out to all the international and domestic bays. So far I asked, did y'all see? Did you see Matt Gaetz getting exposed? 58% of y'all said no. What? Y'all didn't see it? Oh. What a shame. I hope he recruits, more women to come party with him as the Attorney General. I love it. Why are we against it? I say we should celebrate, and while we're celebrating, let's do what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. Expose all of the Republicans with issues. I like that. I think you're a smart woman. And for that, I say yes. I want to see the call logs, the flight logs. I want to see how many times they went. And yes, Marjorie, tell us. Shout out to the Republicans. We would have never had all this good tea if it wasn't for them. Yes, he is a boss. Yes, he is. I cannot believe Marjorie Taylor Greene. She said, if we're going to expose Matt Gaetz, expose all of the Republicans. Yes, girl, yes. This is how I know the children were left. Yeah. That's how I know the children were left. It's crazy. And on that note, what are your thoughts, babes? This is going to be a fun few years. Oh, Bobby, she knows all the tea. That's why she said expose them all. I said, what? Let me cue up the live. Yes. Y'all see all the troll babies in the chat talk about, well, look up when this came about. Baby, it doesn't matter. Minors are minors. Oh, we don't care about minors. If we don't care about minors, free Harvey Weinstein. Free Maxine. Burn the books of Epstein. And there you have it. What are your thoughts, babes? What are your opinions? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, host.